Hi there and welcome back, friends of a thoughtful gaming experience. This is your host, Immanuel Ken. And we're going to proceed with our Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned difficulty, the Renegades of Punk. And we've just received a message from Dunwich Row, where we're going now. And now an older robed man is there, out of the middle of nowhere. Probably this is our sickness, our mental sickness acting up. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real. The recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern plain across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
Well, my mind has been elsewhere. Never been great in organizations.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence, I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth, thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
The people we intended to convert, they committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. The apparition exhales slowly and its lips press together, a sympathetic rapport in its eyes. It places its hand on your shoulder.
These are the ways of the heathen world.
Surely the gods would do better to destroy us all and start anew.
Perhaps they would. It may come to that one day. This is why we must not fail. The heathens are beyond the gods' reach. They do not know better. We are tasked with delivering them to the gods, so that the gods may heal their souls.
Oh man, such a know-it-all. Is such a thing possible?
I have seen it with my own eyes. You will see it too, if you choose to remain. There is no greater calling than the one we have chosen. Neither words, nor wealth, nor battle will end this suffering. Only the gods. Will you give them that chance?
The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. Alright, this guy influences us somehow. This is the suspect of a cadaver, of course. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. There's Sorrel standing around here now. What are you up to now? I have to ask you. You should have seen the looks on these nobles' faces when I moved in. I think she has a house now, right? But we're going to rest now, and because we are maimed and stuff. Wrenched shoulders, everything. And we're going to go back to Dunwich Row. Find out what Lady Webb wants from us. First we want to rest, of course. In the cheapest way possible. Or I don't know. We do have some money now, so it may be useful to give ourselves a good bonus instead.
Hail, traveler.
What can I get you? Well, let's see your rooms. The nobles stay and the criminals get away. Yeah, I prefer the nobles stay last time because of the plus 10 will, and we'll do it this time as well. comfy here. And we are healed again. And we have let Dunrid Row wait. How will that play out? Let's see. Yeah, they're in fast mode. Running! And our cat. Look at the cat. Wow. What a quick cat. She's as quick as we are. But yeah, cats are always quick. Especially if you don't want them to be quick. Ah, I miss our old cat. At home, that is. She was just like the zombie cat. Like, she was so thin and sick, and my wife got her from a family where she was neglected, and she was removed there by, I think, by the officials, and so we picked her up, adopted her, and cared for her. But she was a sickly cat, so thin, but so cute as well. Oh, and I think we've been summoned upward, right? To this room where we couldn't go the last time, so let's go up there. I'm pretty sure Lady Webb likes our cat as well. Lady Webb will see you now. Alright. Oh man, these authorities, and we are working with them, perhaps. Oh. There's something we can unlock. Ha!
What is it? I'll see it
Unlock
done.
it.
It's finished.
Yeah, let's level up before. Maybe we'll learn something useful. That was just cool, wasn't it? We have the mechanics at 7. For the next advance, I'd like to invest something in athletics. Or survival, for that matter. At least to get the damage reduction. At least to get that. But we'll have to... Yeah, we'll have to keep 1 point so we can raise mechanics next level. So let's take 1 survival, some athletics, that's also useful, and then next level we'll go for mechanics again. What should we learn? A crippling strike maybe? Or maybe that crippled us, right? The crippling strikes from these guys. Rogue abilities. Riposte. Incoming, a full attack riposte. That seems good. 50% of grazes converted to misses. Coordinated positioning. That seems helpful as well. What do we have here? Persistent round. Deep wounds. All slash, pierce, and crush damage caused by the rogue also do raw damage over time. And it's some damage, but it's not much. Whenever the rogue is contributing to the flanked affliction of a target, the victim is also distracted. What does distracted do? That would be helpful now. We have the finishing blow. Finish off an injured opponent with a precise deadly strike that increases in damage the less endurance the target has. That seems good. I'm really a sucker for riposte because of all the duels we have. Oh, this is only reflex. Alright, this is against spells. I think that's not that good. Deep wounds would be something. Finishing blow would definitely be something. What we have so many abilities. We because of this being the main character, so I think I want to riposte. There we go. We're riposting now. Now that won't help us against or with the conversation with Lady Webb, but still, can we take something from her? No. All right, bear, go aside.
Yes.
Let's talk to this old lady. This woman clutches a thick stack of parchment with spindly, wrinkled fingers, their flesh stretched thin to near translucent with extreme age, a gossamer veil over pale blue veins. Ink splotches and candle burns dot and stripe her hands like a quilt, patterned after some great indescribable truth. She does not look up from her reading.
So, the messenger conveyed my summons. A miracle that would make the reincarnation of Aothis look like a child's cantrip, surely. It doesn't draw the most inspired minds, messaging. They failed me so many times of late, I nearly sent a cipher after you instead. So this is the Watcher who took over Cad Noir. Oh, don't look so surprised. It isn't an attractive expression. I wouldn't be where I am for long if I let details like that escape me.
Except it's no detail but a landslide, lady, but okay.
And this fiasco in the sanitarium that you seem to have gotten yourself into the middle of. What in blazes possessed you to stir that nest of trouble?
I'm investigating a strange group.
Strange does not begin to describe them.
All right, she
The
already
practices
knew.
of the Leaden Key defy all reason. You're not the only one with an interest in their recent activities. I've lost 4 ciphers this year alone trying to get someone inside their ranks. As it is, we only have our suspicions about who is in the group and what they intend, which I suppose means we have much in common with them. I asked you here because I wanted to know what your interest was in all of this. I thought perhaps we might help each other. Why are you looking for the Leaden Key?
I think this lady knows everything already, so it's better to be open with her. We can sabotage her later. She first needs to trust us. And maybe we won't have to sabotage her if she's the individual about this kind of bureau. She's a lady with a vision, probably. One of their members caused my soul to awaken. I need him to reverse it. She closes her eyes and the lids flicker. Then her face goes still, and her mouth parts, little more than a sliver, and her hand briefly drops open, spilling some of her parchment to the ground. The pages wafting through her or around her legs like the leaves of a dying tree. Her fleshy eyelids peel back, and her gaze is immediately upon you. And it seems... I shouldn't have said that, because it seems to have surprised her. Or she is playing it. That would also be very probable with a lady like this.
The gods are cruel, I'm afraid. The man you seek is Theos Ix Arcanon, Grand Master of the Leaden Key. One of the most elusive and dangerous men Eora has ever known.
And how can I kill him? I hate him already. This must be the robed man. Oh, I don't know. What else is there to know about the
Precious
Leaden Key?
little, I'm afraid. You may know much of it already. No one member knows the identity of more than a handful of other members. They are kept in the dark of missions they are not involved in, or sometimes of those they are involved in. They exist to hide secrets they themselves don't know, if you can imagine how gullible someone must be for that to appeal. Despite that, they are very good at what they do, owing much to their founder, who will take matters into his own hands when necessary, and he does not fail.
What can you tell me about this tale?
More than most, though very few would know so much as his name. And there is no way of knowing how much of what I've read is true. The leaden key dates back more than 2,000 years. If rumors are to be believed, Theos was the one who created it. What scraps of evidence exist suggest that he has died many times, only to be reborn each time exactly the same man. Awakened during adolescence with all the knowledge and experience of all his lifetimes. The plots he orchestrates sometimes take hundreds of years to bear fruit. Needless to say, this is not the natural order of things. But he is said to be one of Whitaker's favored, and that old bat was never one to let rules get in the way of favoritism. That may also explain another supposed gift of his. His body is no boundary to his soul, and he is known to take possession of others, if their souls are weak enough. Often it is for elaborate deceptions, but sometimes he simply forces them to kill themselves. He is not known for his generous supply of pity.
All right, he's a criminal. Not a criminal in the usual sense, but a criminal to humanity. And we need to take him down. It's the will of the gods, of the death gods, that have touched us.
He is also not one to show himself in any but their most critical matters. If he has directly involved himself in whatever the group plots now, it may be your only chance to find him. And once you do find him, if you can find him, I would not hold my hopes too high if I were you. He is a driven, single-minded man. He will not have the slightest concern for your problems.
And how do you know so much about
The same
Theos?
way I come by all my knowledge. Exhaustive research, spying, bribery, perhaps some less savory measures. Whatever the knowledge demands, I pay in full. There is nothing of greater value. Unfortunately, with Theos, there is also nothing more scarce. He has covered his tracks far too well. His manipulations of the course of history are lost to time now, though I believe they were many.
And how do you know I seek
Because
Theos?
you have seen his face, and that makes it a simple matter for me to see it. You even happened to
too.
catch him in his ceremonial garb, it seems. Must have been a special occasion.
And what do you want from me, right? That's why we're here.
Keep me informed. The leaden key has been busy lately, and that is distressing news. I can only guess as to what they intend. You seem to have a knack for turning the stones they've crawled beneath. Keep turning them. Dunreed Row will not stop you.
Ah, they want to help us in stirring up chaos. Well, we like that.
Whatever it is they're up to, figuring it out will be of great use to both of us. In your case, it will surely point you to Theos. In return, I will share our knowledge with you as we learn it, and provide you with what assistance I can.
Very well.
If you
looks
find
good.
your trail has run
Sounds
cold, come to me with whatever you have. There is much I may be able to do for you.
Let's start this. As we don't care for the leaden key, and they seem to be enemies. There is something I can tell you about the leaden key's operation.
Well, let's hear it.
I found Theos in Brackenbury Sanitarium impersonating a patient. He was trying to damage the public's opinion of animals.
Forgive me, it is unlike Theos to leave witnesses. He must be furious.
Aha. And she's happy about that.
He did not aid you as you'd hoped, I take it? Well, take heart. With any luck, when he has finished his business, he will surely come and find you again, if only to kill you while you sleep.
Nice acquaintance.
This news of yours makes sense, of course. To dabble in animancy is to puzzle over the secrets of the gods. This would not be the leaden key's first action against it. But if this is connected to their other activities, we may be in for something on a much larger scale. If we can learn more about their goals and methods, perhaps we can get the palace behind us. With Avar's support, we may be able to put a stop to this.
More nobles, all right. But if we can instrumentalize them for a moment, I think that would be okay. But this progress is encouraging. I only hope that we are not too late. I have other questions. Wow, yeah, I want to know everything about our new supposed friends. Tell me more about Dunwich
All
Row.
the things there are to know in this world, and you ask me about work. Deerwood is a rebel country. Conflict is in its blood. If you think a few guards posted in our cities keep chaos at bay, you are very new to town indeed. We are Deerwood's cipher investigators, of course. But what we really are is its last barrier against anarchy. People are more at ease when they believe they are watched over by someone more enlightened than they are. It pacifies them. So that is the image we foster.
So they are the thought police. Well, after they've helped us, we will try to dismantle them for sure.
And we do try to be enlightened for their sake. The knowledge we gather here is Deerwood's standing army in many ways. We learn what's vital and we act on it while Deerwood sleeps, blissfully unaware of the terrifying truths all around them. I wish I could tell people the things I know sometimes, but the truth is I don't think many of them could bear it.
Well, there is an old saying in German literature, which is from Ingeborg Bachmann, if you know her. Probably another more recent world star of the German literature. And she said, Die Wahrheit ist the dimension zumutbar. The truth, the man can take the truth, in short. So, this woman is strange against that saying, and Kebaba is more of the opinion that the truth belongs out there, usually. How did you come to be here?
Me? I started this place, in a different time, under a different duke. I impressed the duke with my research and my work ethic, and he became possessed of the notion that I would be ideal to lead a secret network of gifted investigators. I don't know how such an idea got into his head.
She winks. How old are you? She gives a half-hearted gasp and covers her mouth with her crumpled fingers. You wicked man, where are your manners? Are you raised without a shred of decency?
I lost count ages ago. Such a strange thing to celebrate, getting closer to death. Oh, I've had my share of work done to prolong my existence, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not done here. There are things I still wish to learn. And I'll be the effigy if I let Berith carry me off before I'm through. There was a time when I considered enlisting the theorems of Pondgrum to extend my life indefinitely. I found the thought of devouring my political enemies to sustain my own life greatly appealing. I must have gone soft with age.
The theorems of Pondgrum, that's our quest here. Oh, so that's kind of a necromancer's quest, all right. Are you psychic?
If you are hoping I can look at your hand and tell you whom you should marry, you can just wipe that notion from your mind. I do not know what will happen tomorrow. That is what I pay spies for. Being a cipher is not unlike being a watcher. You notice more about what is already there. Many can hold an object and know where it's been, or peer into the thoughts of people around them. They can also sometimes affect those thoughts, but that would be unethical, of course. A tiny, talented few pick up so much about the world around them, they can get images of things to come, but these are fleeting and unreliable.
You said you don't know what will happen tomorrow.
Who said I was talented? I don't. Least not that I can trust. And with me, it's only ever about one thing anyway.
And what is that?
A quiet day at home.
Is there a Lord
There
Webb?
was.
What happened to
He
him?
believed in dying with dignity. He was old-fashioned that way, my husband. We saw the world very differently, he and I. But he was good to me while he lasted.
Let's talk about something else. And other
Yes?
questions? No. We have asked all we
Try
could.
your best not to die out there.
And yeah. Let's see. I think we'll look at the theorems of Pentagram next, now that we know something about them. It seems like something necromancer-like, which we don't like, and but we have taken enough in for now. First have to think about what we're definitely going to do, so thank you for watching. Please come again if you liked the video, and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel Ken, signing out.